Hi, it's Tara, just a video about the Leo, and this video probably won't be very long because I don't come across too many Leos in my life. First of all, Leo is the fifth sign, fifth house. Number 5 is a funny thing for me where I think it's very in between, and I'll explain this a little bit further when I go further in the video, when I talk about the Leo in a little bit more deeper way. It is ruled by the sun, and the sun represents the ego. The general personality traits is what shines bright. It's the biggest celestial body out there, and it's bright, right? And it is the glyph of a Leo is that of a lion, and it is kind of how they're seen. I mean, all Leos kind of have hair. Even if they're male, they look after their hair, or there's something about their hair. Like females have a lot of hair, and wherever the Leo is inside them, usually comes out. Even if they have their moon in Leo, it's always something about the hair. But it is a sign that I don't come across often because it does bump heads with who I am, being a Scorpio, and I believe in truth. And I have to detach myself when I talk about this because I don't believe there is a bit of a proud thing about a Leo, which my Scorpio side doesn't quite accept. Because I'll describe that. I will explain how I see a Leo. Leos are very proud, and they do this world very well because they're the sun, right? And they can do this place very well, and they will be successful because they're proud. If you look at the lion and what the lion has to do, they sacrifice. The lion has to be who they are, and they're very sacrificial, right? Because in order for them to do what they need to do and protect their pride, or they have to be a certain thing. And I think this is something that probably describes a Leo quite well, where, a weak lion wouldn't be the leader. Something wrong with, this lion, if they're not seen as a big, protective and courageous lion, they're not a lion, right? And this is where Leo needs to be proud with who they are and what they do. And they might walk into the room and demand attention because that's what a lion does. You wouldn't ignore a lion when you walk into a room, right? And I think this is who they are, and I'm all for accepting everybody, as individuals and what they have. And sometimes, I get a bit annoyed, and this is the other side of me where I kind of get frustrated that they can't open their minds to, to let go of that pride thing. But that's my personal thing where I can't handle it. But everybody is different, and everybody possesses specific, personality or characteristics that make them beautiful, who they are and what they bring to the table. Everybody brings something specific to the table, right? And with the Leo, they need to be that strong, bright, successful person, and they will succeed. And because they sacrifice, and about a Leo gone wrong, I think they probably blame things in their life. Like if they didn't do that when they were younger, then they would be somewhere better now, and that's not a place for a Leo to be. That's not a place for a lion to be, because a lion can't protect their pride and do the amazing things that they do in this world if they don't see themselves as, strong and good. And this is where it kind of, I don't quite understand sometimes because sometimes I think that they've done something for you, and years later you could ask them for help with something else, and they don't give it because they think they've already done you well already, and it's nowhere related because it's years later, and this is where my confusion goes, but because I think they're so proud on where they've been and how they've come that they don't need to give you anything. Any little bit of effort that they've given you is a lot already for them, and they don't. I see it as a little bit selfish, but that's just me, right? Because there is a greatness to them and what they do and what they bring to people. But it is the number 5, and how I see the number 5 is very in between. 5s I normally see, this is apart from the Leo part, how I see the number 5 is very in between. They are something, they want to be something else. They do something, want something else. They, have responsibilities but want to be free. They, probably love food and they want on a diet. And this is how I see the number 5 in general, right? And it's kind of like the lion, where they might think that they could have been successful a certain way, but they have to go down this path to sacrifice and protect people. But there's a beauty for them with that, and I think we need to appreciate that with a Leo, where give them compliments, make them feel good, because that's what they need to be, and anything else is not right. Yeah, anything else is not who they're meant to be. I think they need to be that proud person, and I think that those who can understand the Leo needs to accept that and not see them for a negative thing, which I think they are quite caring people, but they can't, everybody is who they are with their certain traits, right? And they stand alone, and we can't understand that unless we're the Leo, and we probably do. With each sign probably does something annoying to another sign. But I think if we look at just the positives and what they bring, I think it is, they've got their hurts too and their struggles, but I think that's the good thing about a Leo, where kind of like that sheer fact that they just keep going, and they keep going to succeed, and they do. And I think that's what they need to remind themselves, that they are awesome at what they do, because they are the lion, right? But keep going, Leos. I don't quite get you, but I like what you do, and you do this world very well. You will be successful.